It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a new trailer that they released for the final 8 episodes of The Walking Dead Season 11, the final 8 episodes of the series. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break it all down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So this trailer is actually very interesting, a lot of new scenes or shots in this trailer, and a lot of little subtle hints that I absolutely loved. So first we have this shot of the Alexandria Safe Zone gate entrance, and as you can see, it has turned into the Commonwealth outpost number 22, which is definitely very interesting. We did see this even at the end of the last episode, season 11 episode 16, so it's nothing new, but it's definitely very interesting. And obviously we do see two Commonwealth soldiers on motorcycles as well as a bus, and I'm assuming what this is that they're taking in some people from Commonwealth and moving them into this outpost as an extended residential area for the community, or possibly a camp for soldiers or something to that effect. Then we have this title card that says 12 years. Obviously it has been 12 years of The Walking Dead because the first episode aired in 2010. Then we have this shot of Rosita opening the door to her place, and she's confronted by a bunch of Commonwealth soldiers. I'm assuming that they're there to potentially arrest her or something to that effect, because they figured out that she was working with the resistance. Then we have this shot of Maggie and Daryl. They're hiding. I'm assuming this is at Commonwealth. And then we have this shot of, I think, Connie and Daryl. They're inside some sort of a underground tunnel, maybe a sewage system. And I'm assuming this is a sewage system that's very close to the Commonwealth. It's probably the same one that we saw in other teasers and trailers, the same one that we saw Lance Hornsby being taken to after he was captured. We haven't seen him get captured yet, but I'm assuming after the survivors capture him in these last 8 episodes, they will take him to the underground tunnels so that he's hidden away from the Commonwealth, because he is really their leverage at this point. Then we have this shot of Ezekiel, Rosita, Connie, Kelly, and the others. They're hiding, looking around. I'm assuming that this is also near the Commonwealth, and this is when they're trying to sneak out or something to that effect. And then we have this title card that says 169 episodes. So after 12 years, after 169 episodes, the show is finally coming to an end. That's what it's trying to get to. And then we have this shot of Judith looking at her mini sword, getting ready to fight. And then we have this shot of Eugene in what appears to be a church. Maybe Gabriel is also there with him. But he says, "Do you think people are born brave, or do they become one?" Very obvious, not much to break down there. And then this title card that says all lead. So 12 years, 169 episodes, all lead to this, the final 8 episodes. And then we have this shot of Ezekiel and the other survivors behind him. They're at the Commonwealth and they're confronted by something. We also did see this in the original trailer, and this is where Ezekiel says fall back. So I'm assuming that maybe they were confronted by a group of Commonwealth soldiers or something like that. We do see Kelly, Maggie, Deanna, and the others in the background. We also see Daryl carrying what appears to be an injured Judith. So that's definitely fairly interesting and something that I'm honestly intrigued to see what they're going to do with that and how they're going to pull it off. We already broke this down, so I'm not going to dive into that too much further. And then we have this pretty interesting shot of Pamela Milton with 2 guards. They're standing in the Commonwealth train terminal and they're opening fire. So that's definitely very interesting. Pamela appears to be shocked to see something. She looks angry as well. So it looks like all hell has broken loose at this point. And then we have this shot of Lance. He's talking to someone. It looks like he's in a jail cell, but he says, "You go after the Miltons, I'll crush you." So he's definitely staying loyal to the Miltons, and he's not really switching sides at this point. But this is obviously at the time when he was captured by the survivors. And if we look at some of the other teasers, there was a shot of Gabriel behind a jail cell as well, or looking at someone in a jail cell. So this could be Lance and Gabe talking, but I could be wrong about that. And then we have this shot of Pamela screaming. This could be a shot that's from a scene directly from the comics. Not going to dive into it here, but if you've read the comics, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then we have another title card that says "to this," so all lead to this. And then we have this shot of what appears to be Commonwealth soldiers as well as Mercer in the same underground tunnel that we saw earlier. So it looks like Mercer and Commonwealth soldiers split and switch sides, or some Commonwealth soldiers, I should say, split from the original Commonwealth militia and they joined the survivors. We have this other shot of Gabe, Daryl, and the others in that same underground tunnel as well. And then in the voiceover, someone says, "I'm trying to save you." It sounds like it could be Gabe, but I could be wrong about that. And then the title card says "we finish." And then we have this pretty cool shot of Daryl with Rick's gun. That's Rick's Colt Python, and he's shooting someone. That's fairly interesting. Again, this could be a direct adaptation of a scene that was in the comics, but I could be wrong about that. But in the voiceover, I think Daryl says we're running out of time. And then we have this shot of Carol with a rifle shooting at most likely Commonwealth soldiers. And then the title card says "the fight," so we finished the fight. We have this shot of Aaron trying to keep the walkers out of some sort of a building. And then we have this shot of Negan hitting someone with a rock. Not sure who he's hitting. And then we have Eugene beating up a Commonwealth soldier here. And then we have Yumiko here fighting off some walkers and killing some walkers. And then Maggie and Connie talking. Maggie says we have to take our home and make it right. Now, the way she talks here makes me think that she's talking to other Commonwealth residents and maybe Commonwealth soldiers, because it doesn't make sense for her to say "our home," because it's not really her home. She hasn't even been there for long. So I'm assuming that she's talking to some residents of the Commonwealth, maybe the Resistance itself. And then the title card says "together," so we finished the fight together. And then we have this shot of Daryl and Carol. This is also a scene that was in the original trailer, where Carol says this isn't going to be easy, to which Daryl replies with "when is it ever?" And then we have this shot of Commonwealth soldiers walking in the streets, and there's some skulls on the ground. And then we have this shot of a walker trying to reach up. Obviously, this was also in the original trailer, and it's connected to what we saw with Aaron talking about walkers that appear to climb walls and open doors and stuff like that. And then we have this shot of a walker banging on a door, and then this final shot of someone picking up a Whisper mask. It looks like this is Maggie, but I could be wrong about that. But that's pretty much it. That's everything that I wanted to go through that was in this trailer. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.